Hello again, guys. I come back at you again with an interesting video today. A couple of months ago, I think it was, maybe a month ago, I saw over on Amazon something new and interesting popped up. Of course, a little while back, Amazon announced the fireTV, $100 device. You hook it up to your TV, kind of acts like a Roku or any number of other set-top boxes that have that same kind of functionality, but it had a game controller along with it. So kind of an interesting concept, but not a great price point, especially when the majority of other things like Chromecast and Roku and everything else are moving to the stick format. They're moving to the little teeny tiny HDMI device size. So Amazon decided they were going to come out with this, the Fire TV Stick. This is everyday priced at $39, but for some reason or another, Amazon decided that Prime members would get it for $19 for a short amount of time when they first announced it. So, of course, 19 bucks for a little HDMI stick. I jumped right on it. Doesn't really matter what it does. It does a whole bunch of stuff here at the top, though. It mentions Twitch and Hulu Plus and Pandora and Showtime and Netflix and Plex. A bunch of the stuff that I already use my Chromecast for, and owing to the fact that I do have multiple TVs in the house, it does kind of make sense to have multiple options, especially when I have family coming to visit. You know, you can pull up one app on one device and say, go to the Fire TV Stick, and pull it up on another device and say, go to the Chromecast. It means that everybody can have their own experience in whatever room they choose to be in. Definitely a big plus there. Now, when you look at this, you might immediately, like I said, compare it to the Chromecast. There are a couple of minor differences. First and foremost, the Fire TV Stick actually has a dual-core processor, where, from what I understand, the Chromecast is a single-core processor. The Fire TV Stick comes with a lot more built-in storage. Shouldn't really make a big difference, but if you're downloading content actually onto the device, it will make a difference. As far as the Chromecast, you will not be loading content directly onto the device, so again, it's not really going to make a difference there. And of course, the other big major difference, you might expect that the Fire TV Stick wouldn't support YouTube. It does. But what this supports that the Chromecast does not, and it's a big plus for me because I'm an Amazon Prime member, is Amazon Prime Instant Video. You can get Amazon Prime Instant Video on Android now, so you can get it on any Android device, but it doesn't have the Chromecast feature. At least it didn't whenever I tried it just a couple of days ago. So this is definitely going to be awesome. I watch a lot of TV series, a lot of movies, although not a lot of brand new movies because they're not on there, but I do watch a lot of movies on Amazon Prime. So let's open this up and see what comes in the package, see what it looks like, and maybe hook it up to a TV or an HDMI device like we've got in the background and see what happens. Alrighty, so it is time to dig into this Fire TV Stick. Let's go ahead and, you see here we've got the Amazon traditional easy open packaging stuff, although if I can tell, yeah, it's not really even sealed in there all that well. So yeah, we'll just get rid of this. You can see here all of the things it says it supports, and it supports an awful lot more than just that. Over 200,000 movies and TV episodes. That's supposed to be just with Amazon Prime, but YouTube, Watch Disney Channel, ESPN, Plex, Hulu Plus, Pandora. Lots and lots of fun there. Now, the one other real key difference between this and the Chromecast that I've neglected to mention earlier, but you can see here immediately, is this. The Chromecast does not have a remote. You have to actually use a device to do anything to it, whereas this comes with a remote. Now, very first impression of it, it is very lightweight. I'm going to expect that's probably due to it doesn't have any batteries in it. Let's just check. Yeah, and after fighting with it for just a couple of seconds there, it does take 2 AAA batteries, which don't appear to be included. Not a huge deal. I do have a package of them in the other room, but still, here we go. We've got the actual remote here. We'll just take a look at the buttons and everything. No clear buttons here at the top. It's just a circle, but you do have clicky. Yeah, you can probably hear that. And then a center select button. Back, forward, play, back, home. All those typical looking Android buttons, and then play control buttons. The buttons themselves are very clicky and very nice, so can't complain about that, but the remote itself is very lightweight and feels kind of cheapy in the hand. As far as the device itself, important. For best performance, use the included power adapter and USB cable. Otherwise, it probably isn't going to work. Not said there, but that's implied. Yeah. As far as form factor, very slim, very sleek. Of course, HDMI. Power, interesting to see the power right here. That seems like a very odd place. Sorry, this is probably going in and out of focus. That's a really odd place to have a power port. You'd think it would be here on the end. That's where the Chromecast port is, but one way or another, I'm sure it will work out just fine. Let's see if there's anything else of interest in the box before we throw everything out. There's the Fire TV Stick information guide. Welcome to Fire TV Stick. What's in the box? Getting to know it, connecting it. We might take a look at that real quick before I try to hook anything up. Here we go with a cute little Amazon branded power brick. Oh look, they did actually include the 2 AAA batteries. Amazon Basics batteries. Amazon Basics batteries. So let me go ahead and stick those down in there. I'd forgotten Amazon does brand batteries now. I'm sure they don't make them, but they do brand them. There we go. So now we have, actually that does add a little more heft. It does make it feel a little better in the hand, but it is still very plasticky and very, I don't know, it just doesn't feel terribly solid. Although in pulling this apart earlier to get the batteries out, you can even see now, I can't even get it to come apart to get the batteries back out. That in and of itself is kind of solid. And then the last little bits, there's 2. HDMI extender dongle, feels nice, rubberized, very good. Doesn't appear to have any real branding on it, so I guess that'll be useful for other things if it doesn't get used with this. And then, ooh, a very nice quality and decently long USB cable. Probably won't be needing that length of a cable because most of the TVs in the house do have USB ports that are relatively close to the HDMI ports. So I will probably just go straight from the HDMI to USB with a shorter cable because that's really, really long. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a minute and we'll see if we can hook this thing up to a TV and see what it looks like, see how it comes up. Alrighty, I've gone ahead and hooked the fireTV stick up to my monitor here. So we're not actually going to get any sound out of it, but at least you can see sort of the boot up process. Sorry for the lighting in the background there. I guess I could turn those down. And as you can see here, it is immediately complaining that we're not using the Amazon supplied USB cable and power adapter. For the sake of argument, I think I'll go ahead and hook that up just to give it peace of mind. All right, and after some swizzling things around, I actually have the Amazon provided power adapter and we're all plugged in. We are starting up with the fireTV stick and the supplied power adapter, so hopefully it shouldn't complain too much this time. Now that's an interesting one. It says we recommend you use the included USB cable and power adapter. I'm using the included USB cable and power adapter, so yeah. We're gonna go ahead and hit the play button to start without the power adapter. Scanning for networks. The good thing here is it does see the 5G network, so I can go ahead and put my password in for that. And that was definitely not a trivial process. Doing it all on this remote with a little key, this thing here. Would be very nice to have a keypad on that, but again, for 19 bucks or 39 bucks if you end up paying the full price for it, hard to say too many bad things about it. So first and foremost, it looks like it's gonna check for updates. All right, and not too long later, it pops up and says, "Hi, are you Jordan Keys?" It apparently knows my Amazon account because that's the one I ordered it using. So I'm gonna say yes, continue as me. And it's saying some words, and unfortunately I don't have any speakers hooked up to this to actually play anything. All right, so I managed to find a pair of headphones that I could connect up to it. Audio is working appropriately. It's telling you all about fireTV stick and fireTV using the gamepad. Basically all I've got right now is this little guy. And of course you could put the app, which I believe I have on my phone. Alrighty, after sitting through quite a bit of that, it did finally wrap itself up. So hopefully here in just a second will be all loaded. As I mentioned earlier, you guys didn't see it, there is a fireTV app on Android I can also pull up. Still says it's searching for fireTV devices because I'm guessing this one still hasn't finished loading, so we'll just give it a minute. Alright, that loading screen took quite a little while, but let's go ahead and hit continue on this. It's trying to get me to sign up for Prime, even though I'm a Prime member. No, we don't need parental controls right now. Home is currently unavailable. We're unable to connect to Amazon services. That's interesting. And just like that, I switched it over to my 2.4 gigahertz network and it seems to be working okay. Don't know if it has an issue with 5 gigahertz networks or what, but here we are. We're on the recent TV screen. There's going to be a lot of Amazon Prime stuff in here, obviously. Days of Future Past there. Good movie. Alright, I'm trying to get used to using the remote at the same time. But yeah, the home section appears to be primarily... Oh, it does have some featured apps and games here. You've got Netflix and Disney Junior and Showtime, Plex. We've got History Channel, we've got PBS, The Game of Life. That should be interesting to see. Let's see, we've got recommended movies and TVs. A bunch of things here you're going to find primarily on Amazon Prime. New releases, here's things you can pay for, obviously. Free games, little one will love that. So I wonder what all apps we'll have access to on here. Your apps library, and there's popular ones, spotlight apps, categories. I think I saw a video from TK about this where he went through one of these categories and it just goes on and on and on. This is the health and fitness. It says there are 33 health and fitness apps. Virtual fireplace. That should be very nice for these cold winter nights that we're coming up on. Ocean, sunset. A lot of these, I guess I could see myself using as like a screensaver type thing. But again, one of the key features of the fireTV stick is supposed to be that it has, you know, all of the Android apps on it, or a lot of them at least. Yeah, we do have some games in here. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We've got Shadow Fight and Monsters and Tetris. A lot of these are very simple control games like Badland. You tap one button to go up, you let go of stuff to go down. I can definitely see that being friendly to this. Let's see, Reaper, that's another one with a relatively few number of input strokes. So yeah, and it does appear to be loading a lot more things in there. It says 200. Toy Story Smash It, Monsters University, lots and lots of games starting to show up now, over 200 at least. And yeah, so I'll be using this over the next few weeks, obviously. I'll give it a good fair shake. Maybe at some point try to do a comparison with the Chromecast. I think TK may have already done that, and I'll see if I can find his video and put a link to it down in the video description if you'd like to see it. But I think that's going to be about all for me for today. If you have any questions about the fireTV stick, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. But anyway, I will come at you again very soon with some more videos. Thanks for watching though, and I'll see you next time.